Congratulations on the book coming out, Who's Running the Asylum. You have some, make some pretty interesting statements here. You talk about, in your prime, how you think you would have maybe stacked up against Shaquille O'Neal, or, what do you think would have happened, you versus Shaquille O'Neal today? Because people sometimes lump the two of you together.
Yeah, because we're both terrible foul shooters. But other than that, Shaquille and I is like comparing me with Clark Gable. In this case, I'm Clark Gable and he's me. No, he played.
I thought you were going to be self-effacing for a second, and then
no, nothing like
Screw that.
No, he plays an entirely different type of basketball game. He uses his physicality, and he's a big, strong young man, and that works well in today's game. If he was facing me and other guys of my time, not so good. I mean, I'm a guy bench pressing around 600 pounds when I was at my best.
600 pounds?
Yeah, right. So,
I'm at 5'10". That's pretty good. I'll
yeah,
just work on it a little while. I'll be in your
bad.
league.
New Chanel, Mama and Gucci, got out the hoop, yeah. Been through hell, carried the, life is a movie, yeah. We prevail, now we do the groupies, don't do the groupies, yeah. Got money for bail, don't act like you know me, knock off your coffee, yeah. Flooded the road with Ethan, Hurricane Katrina the Beamer, blowing the money like Freeman. I got a flex on the sleepers, they tryna do me like Caesar. You gotta watch for the creepers, I got that eye that steam you, roll up and I blow you like. I'm such a high achiever, I make a step to believe it. Don't think the grass is greener. I wasn't counted in either. Trying to get paid in full. I feel like ice in the cleaners.
Happy Friday. It's Harvey Harrington, back with Dream Chasers. Watching this clip, just want to talk about the greatest of all time conversation. I mean, it just comes up everywhere you turn. Always an argument, always why somebody is not the greatest. And, it just kind of trickles down every time, hear somebody say it's almost like preference. It's almost who you like, who you're a fan of. But I think Wilt Chamberlain said it the best on here. I mean, there's so many different eras of basketball. And I think a lot of people just have short-term memory. I mean, you see LeBron James play right now, and there's nobody better. I mean, and two, also, the younger generations that are coming up, they're seeing LeBron, and he's the best thing they've ever seen. They don't remember Kobe. Maybe they were too young. They don't remember Michael Jordan. That was a long time ago. I remember watching the Bulls, The Last Dance, and just thinking to myself, like, I kind of forgot. I mean, I forgot how Michael Jordan, how good of a basketball player he really was. Well, really, I didn't forget, but just the dominance factor on how he took over the league was crazy to me. But anyway, talking about the greatest of all time, I mean, how do you measure that? I mean, do you measure that off of championships? Do you measure that off of points? I mean, and then another thing, like I said, that factor of, I don't remember. I never watched Wilt Chamberlain play. Never seen him play in the game. I mean, I watched some stuff online, and even watching the video, it was just discouraging because it wasn't very clear. It was hard to make him out. It was in black and white. What about the Big O? Okay. What about Elgin Baylor? Or what about Jerry West? Like, how do we pick who the greatest of all time is? I do have a greatest of all time that I think is, but I mean, different positions is different things. Just like what he said in the era of basketball. Like, he said that Shaquille O'Neal would have had a hard time back then. Now, if you watch if you go on YouTube right now and you watch Wilt Chamberlain and you see all these little guys that thin, I mean, obviously being there and actually watching it, I can probably be like, it's something different, but just watching, that style of play and then seeing how dominant Shaquille O'Neal was crazy. And you got to think about it, like when Shaquille O'Neal was playing, when Michael Jordan was playing, there was a level of toughness. You was able to hand check. You was able to bump people. You was able to foul hard. Now you look at the NBA now, and you can't even touch anybody. Shot fake. You get up off the ground, and you don't, and they can jump into you, and that's a foul. I mean, it's just a different level of how the game is being played. So how can you really say who is a GOAT and who's not? I think that there are a bunch of GOATs, like a bunch of greatest of all times. If I had to choose one, I know one definitively who I think, but like I said, it's biased because I don't know any of the players that played in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I'm a 80s baby, so I know 80s and above. So I'm going to be biased on that. But how do you choose that? I mean, this argument, how does it go? So what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do a follow-up video. I might do like a top 5 and top 10. And then we can kind of go back and forth on it through the comments or Facebook or whatever way you want to do it. Hey, I'm Harvey Harrington. I want to thank you guys for watching. Just remember, dreams don't work unless you do.